I'd like 15 months rent. I'll do that one. 1 month's rent would not cover my costs right now. 1 year's rent. Yeah. So, anyway, if you have any questions, give me a holler. But we're gonna try and do a better job, get more stuff on the MLS, more support for you guys.
All right. Thank you. We are doing a lot of things technically and otherwise. And again, a big thank you to Ed. We wouldn't be doing them without him. And Carol, we wouldn't be doing them without her. We are recording this message so that the people who didn't come today can go in and listen to it. We always think that a lot of people will go in, but they don't. So, but to the positive, thank you so much for coming. I'm glad you're here. We had 75 turn up. You're going to give me a count. We're here, guys. We're here. All right. There's something to be said for being here. We had lunch yesterday with a global banker manager for the western suburbs. Guys works out of Hinsdale. And he was talking about the problems. And guess what? They have the same problem they have. There's nothing different. There's nothing different. This is not brain surgery. You know, you might think it is some days, but it's not.
Tell them what he said about the reload department.
Oh yeah, we said, well, what do you know, always with the franchise, you wonder, are they getting tons of relocated? No, it's negligible. People aren't transferring. And then when we do get them, it's a 40% referral. And we thought, okay. So he says, most of our top producers, i.e. you guys, don't even want them.
Won't do them.
Yeah, they won't do them. I thought, oh man. Okay.
There's an eye-opener.
Anyway, we have Craig Kelly that's excused today. We had to go to a funeral. Otherwise, everybody that I know was to be here, and we're glad you're here. We're going to start right into the panel. But again, I want to congratulate you. Primus, which was our competitor for how long, is no longer in business. They don't exist. Okay? Well, somebody said, well, they sold to Honing Bell. Well, yeah, they did, but that means they don't exist. You get it? They're gone. Great American was a great competitor for quite some time, right, Matt? They're gone. I repeat to you how blessed I believe I am that I don't owe you money, Doreen, or you don't owe me money. How would you like to be in this market, sitting in this room, and you owe me $12,000 because you haven't paid your fees for the last 8 months? And guess what? I can't pay my bills because you haven't paid me. What am I going to do to you, Julie? Am I going to beat on you? Am I going to sue you? What am I going to do? I am so glad we're not in that circumstance. We are square with the world, and that's where we're going to stay. That's something different, my friend. Don't beat me up. Oh, you did? Okay. $8. Oh, this one right here?
The table back.
By the door.
By the door. Okay, we're going to go right into our panel. I want to say something very important about the panel. I am so impressed with them. This has not been a wonderful market. I won't tell you it is. And they took their own time and their own money and went off this. This got started in Batavia. I walked into a room and there was a guy was speaking, and they were really enthused about this program. So I said, okay, we'll help. Our stipulation was they had to come share the stuff with you, which they were happy to do. So I'm going to sit down now and I'm going to start with some questions. But I am happy to have you ask a question. Jeff Link has a question. Raise your hand or speak up. Okay. So let's start. Larry wanted to be first. I gave them a bunch of questions. And the first question was, what's the best idea? That we went for 2 days up to Rosemont. The parking was horrendous, Sharon. The traffic was horrendous. I hate going there. And guess what? We got some good stuff. Larry, what was the good? What? The food was good. Yeah. Actually, the first question. What was the best idea you heard, Larry? Or you can sit down if you want, or you can stand up if you want. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm just kind of walking around.
Just stand still, Larry.
Stand over there, though.
Ed mentioned that, what did you really hear? Well, for me, I thought the best thing to do was to jot a couple notes down, and say, what did you really hear? I mean, really. So I did, and these are Eric's glasses, so I'll use my own. The first thing I heard was, actually what I heard was the market really sucks. Nothing we all don't want is not there. right? Right?
Right.
The television news, your fellow realtors, we all talk about dead, down market, nothing is happening, nothing is selling, it's dead out there, the economy is poor. And by the way, Obama wants 4 more years. Man, what could be worse? Many in the real estate business are pulling back, doing floor time, only when they have hectic, that is, reading the newspaper to pass the time, hoping that that listing will call or walk in. I don't know about you, but it really gets boring. Then someone mentioned the word edge. I thought, edge? What does that mean? Well, first thing I thought about was jumping over, down. Did I give up? Are you used to and ready to fall over the edge? Well, I'm the new kid in the block in the tape. And the edge, I thought about it. The edge is a new, refreshing awakening, is what I found out. Can you hear in the back? Can you hear over here?
Barely over.
Can everybody hear? Well, that's good, because the first time I heard somebody say that, I missed it. I really didn't get it. I'm sitting in there, I'm listening to this guy up there on that stage, and he's talking about the edge. Then he started talking about words like strategies, action. And he mentioned something I never even heard of. Your niche in marketing? What is the niche in marketing? And all of a sudden, I found out what we were learning, what I was learning there, was that there are so many different approaches in this marketing of real estate that we don't even use. And then he said, opportunity is knocking every day. And I thought, oh, sure it is. Should I take a survey? Then he went on to explain himself. He said, it's right in front of you. You have real estate out there where the listings expire. You have different marketing approaches. You have FSBOs out there. These are all things that are already on the market, ready to be sold. The listing runs out, and how many people in this room go after it expires? You can move now. It's okay. You can get a little loose if you want to here. You can go ahead. You can raise your hand if you want to. How many do it? You know, there's one over here. Okay. You know one thing about that room? It was very quiet, and there wasn't very many people that moved either. I mean, these are people who want to sell their houses. These are people who are out there trying for the listings and stuff and wanting their houses sold, and the listing expires because they don't have the confidence in that realtor. There's packages, there's ways of designing going after that marketing that's out there. That's the kind of stuff that I learned, and I think we learned. Geographical targeting. You know, it's all there, and it's all there for us to use. The opportunities are still there today. We all know what the market is. We're all professionals in this room. But the one thing that I learned is there are a number of avenues that you can use, and you can become much more successful than you are. Instead of sitting there in that listing or saying, I'm not going to do floor time, or when you're doing floor time, do nothing worthwhile for your profession, it's time to look in that mirror and say, wait a minute. That guy got up there and rambled on named Larry, okay? You know, he's really telling me, I know this. Well, you may know this, but you know, we're kind of dragging along and saying, well, you know, this isn't, forget that this isn't. Just think of one thing. The market's there. You need to go out and find it. You need to get your niche in the market. And you need to use some of the things that you have right up here that have gotten a little dust on it. So blow it off and get out there and do it. That's what Edge taught me. Thank you.